Stage, pure presidential black diamond, Miss Amy Summers.
Well, I said I wasn't going to cry, but I'm back there. I'm just watching that video. I haven't watched that in a long time. And you guys, what I want to do more than anything is, first of all, congratulate you for sitting in this room today. Because truly what this day is all about, and I said it this morning, is this is about you. And this is about the decision that you made to be here because you want something. You want something better for you and your family. And that's what Sean and I saw 2.5 years ago. We saw the opportunity with this company. And I was gonna start today by either telling you a story about Jim Carrey, Michael Jordan. I was going to show you a motivational clip. But on this Black Diamond Tour, I want to share with you on giving up and finding your purpose and your reason, and someone that taught me to never give up, and somebody that has helped me stay strong to that purpose and your reason. And a story that I want to share with you is about my husband, Sean. And some of you may know that this is the first time I've been on stage without him. My husband is a state trooper. And sometimes that's a thankless job, but it is something that he always wanted to do. And we obviously know it's not because of the money. His job and his motto is to serve and protect. And that's what he is doing this weekend. I wanted to share with you a small story about Sean's journey and about not giving up. 6 years ago, Sean had a dream to become a state trooper. And for those of you that don't know, it is a massive qualification process in the state of Kansas. It takes about 6 months to get into that program, and the first thing that you do is you have to start with a test. And I remember walking into that academy, and Sean went to go take a test. He had no background at all in law enforcement. His background was in construction. He built homes. But Sean's a very giving person. He was a volunteer firefighter, a volunteer paramedic, and he said, Amy, I just want to help people and I want to go out and be a state trooper. And I said, well, let's go do it. We walked into that auditorium and there were 500 applicants, and they only accept 15 out of a 6-month process. I was also pregnant with our third child, Cameron, our daughter. And we walked in there, and I remember him looking at me, and he said, there's no way. There's military here, other people that have better credentials than I do. And I turned to him, and I said, Sean, you can do this. I went out, and I sat in the parking lot for 2 hours while I took that test. He opened up our truck door and started vomiting in a bag. Because that's how nervous he was, that's how bad he wanted it. And over the next 6 months, through background checks, lie detector tests, you cannot imagine what we went through. Sean made it.
Praise God.
He made it. Big interviews, you guys, we would just wait at the mailbox. We're like, yes, we made it to the next round. We made it to the next round. And so he left for the academy for 6 months. We had 2 small children, one on the way on January the 6th of 2006, and our third child was born January the 20th of 2006. So let me give you a little background on what happens at the academy. You are strict. No cell phone, no nothing, no calling home. If you can imagine it, because they want to weed out even from there. We want to know who really wants to be here and who really wants to serve and protect us. And he got to come home for the delivery. We had a scheduled delivery. And unfortunately, our small child was born very, very sick. Cameron had contracted a strep called Group B strep, which is fatal in infants. On Saturday, they did a spinal tap on her. The doctors came in and told us, we're going to do a spinal tap. If it comes back cloudy, chances are your baby will probably pass away. If it comes back clear, we're going to give her a fighting chance. Came back clear. I was like, yes. Sean and I were happy, but it was the next what we were going to have to put her through. IVs, medicines, trying to save her life. Sean turned to me and he said, I'm going to quit the academy. And I said, no, you're not. Because he had to leave the next day to go back. And I said, you go back, we're going to be fine here. She's going to fight for her life, her mom is going to be with her. You go back there and give it all you can. He went back there, and those drill sergeants would yell at them and everything, and he would get to call home. And I won't lie to you guys, I really needed him sometimes. Because then once we were let home 10 days later, we were quarantined to our house for 6 weeks. Nobody could come in or out. My dad had to drop groceries off at our front door because Cameron's immune system was so shot that one sickness could have affected her health. He would call home and I'd say, Sean, everything's great here. And I would hang up the phone and I'm like, we can do this. We can do this, Lord. I had a strong relationship with the good Lord then. And why I share that story, you guys, is because really it's just about not giving up. Sean had such a passion for wanting to be a state trooper. He just didn't give up. He could have. Would there have been people that would have said, it's okay. He was sick. Your baby was sick. You had 2 little kids at home, your wife. And he would have quit the academy. Would have people looked at Sean and said, well, that's okay. I mean, they would have said, that's fine, right? Go home to your family. Guys, that's what I want you to think about with Genesis Pure. 6 years later, Genesis Pure was brought to Sean and I. And I saw it just like he saw the academy. I'm like, this is going to change thousands of people's lives. Because you know what I know more than anything? More than anything. Anybody in this room, and you've heard it, I've heard it several times today already. Any one of you can grab this opportunity and go for it. This does not discriminate. This is for you. I don't care what walk of life you come from. I don't care what your background is. All you got to do is grab a purpose and a reason, and you can absolutely do this. You guys, 2.5 years ago, when I looked at Genesis Pure, that is exactly what I saw. I didn't just see the opportunity for better health and better finances for me and my family. I knew it for other families. I knew I could be a part of something so great that I could go out and help so many families achieve everything they want. Because I think there's some people in this room, maybe you're counting yourself out. Maybe you're like, well, my husband's not on board. People are telling me no. Maybe there's some naysayers. Maybe it's family members. You guys, what I want you to know more than anything, Amy Summers went through all of that. Yes, we broke a company record, and that's great, and everybody's standing up. You know what? The only thing I like about that is it shows that anybody can do this. You guys, I knew zero about health and nutrition. Zero. My health and nutrition was 3 Red Bulls a day, a pot of coffee, and fast food. I knew nothing. And I sure didn't know anything about network marketing. Ask John Getz. It took me forever to figure out Star 300. 300 left, how many on the right? And John's like, hey, just keep doing what you're doing. Whatever you're doing, you're getting it. You guys, it didn't matter. It's just what I learned along the way. That's all you have to grab onto. And don't quit. You gotta get a purpose and a reason that is so strong. Jeremy Phelps sent me this picture. This is from that ranch 2.5 years ago. And you guys, I take it with me everywhere because I could have quit a lot of times. I was traveling 3,000 to 5,000 miles a month. I would get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I would work all day long. And then I would start doing presentations at night. I was tired. I would do the same thing over and over again because I was out there helping families. I knew once I enrolled one family, man, I have to get right back out there and get them started because this is their family. I got to go help them. And as soon as I get that family going, somebody would quit. And then I'd have a family member of mine got negative with me. That could have made me quit. Would have most people said if I would have quit? Well, yeah, a justified excuse is what I call it. She's traveling. She's been missing some softball games. I missed my girls dancing last night at the halftime performance. And everyone's like, yeah, I can understand why she quit. Guys, you know who I would be quitting? My family. That's who I'd be quitting. I would be quitting Genesis Pure, and I'd be quitting the families I brought into Genesis Pure.
Amen.
Yep.
I don't get to do that. I have no quit in me.
Amen.
The biggest thing I want to tell you guys is do not be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to fail, because that's really where success lies. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's when the stuff is tough. And that's why, oh, where's my little cowboy? Is it coming up on my screen? Maybe. Because I'm going to tell you guys, it's during the no's, it's during the time, maybe you're not moving as fast as you want to move. Maybe you've been sitting somewhere, maybe you're just starting today, and they're like, man, what are they talking about? What's coming up? Guys, don't worry about it. Remember this. The moment when you're ready to quit is the moment right before the miracle happens. Never give up. Never. Because I'm going to tell you guys, it's right here. You think I learned where my strengths were when I hit Black Diamond? No way. It was the long drives home when I was tired at 2 o'clock in the morning. That's where you learn it. That's where you learn. It's in the valley where you learn your strengths. You learn what it's going to take. And you grab it and you go, I'm doing whatever it takes. That's why I love our motto this year. I'm going to do whatever it takes to build this business. You guys, don't give up on Genesis Pure. Don't give up on your marriages. Don't give up on your friendships. Don't give up on anything. Be that person that says, I will not quit. Grab that person sitting beside you and go, I'm not quitting, and I'm going to go out there and do this year. Go do it.
Amen. Good job, Amy.
I'm going to leave you with this. I was going to play you this, but I thought I'm going to read it instead. You have faced the greatest challenge of your lifetime. You have been knocked down time and time again, but you rise back up every time you are knocked to the ground. You push forward when others would have given up. You refuse to quit. These obstacles only strengthen your resolve. These struggles build your character and shape your legacy. With each failure, you are that much closer to your victory. You will make the impossible possible. This is your defining moment. Be determined. Be focused. Be relentless. Be intentional. Be decisive. Be driven. Be unstoppable. Be thankful. Be in this moment. This is your life. Live your passion, live your purpose, and live your dreams. Go make 2015 your year. Thank you.
You guys enjoying it so far?